Housing levy proposed by the government in the Finance Bill 2023 is the second attempt by the government to introduce taxes seeking to put up affordable housing in the country. As the debate in the country over its pros and cons continues, real estate sector experts are providing alternatives, saying the government can still actualize its affordable housing dream by enticing the private sector with reduced taxes and availing land that will be used for the construction of affordable housing. Faisal Ahmed has more on this story.
In 2018, the government proposed a 1.5% deduction from the payslips of Kenyans seeking to put up 500,000 housing units every year to curb the housing deficit in the country. The proposal was, however, shot down by the Labour Relations Court in 2019, stating that the recommendations were not anchored in law. With the revival of this proposal now seeking 3% levy together with a commensurate contribution from employers, sector experts have some alternative suggestions.
The government can come in and give tax incentives, which will really encourage people who are doing, or developers who are doing low cost to, and actually target people who are doing low cost and give them tax incentives so that the cost of those houses can come down.
Further, developers say that the government can provide land as it is the most single expensive cost when putting up a project. Also to this, the government can ensure to put up horizontal infrastructure like roads and electricity that will make the project more appealing to developers.
60% of land in this country is owned by government. So government should avail land. Because again, 50% of the cost of production, especially in urban areas, is land. You'd buy land at 100 million to do a project worth 200 million.
If these recommendations are adopted, the developers argue that even without the 3% tax that is meant to act as a security fund for the developers, further, they say that the government can tap into pension funds should the 3% be too big a burden for Kenyans to bear.
Initially, there was a plan to use 40% of pension to get into affordable housing. Again, courts quashed that. 40% of 2.4 trillion, you're talking about 800 million Kenyan shillings. If the government can avail that, because so many Kenyans are pensioners without houses, okay? So many pensioners without houses. So 800 million towards them owning houses, that would be the best deal.
The Housing Fund has had a cold reception, with many organizations stating that it's being implemented at a time when many employers are grappling with the high cost of doing business, and that this adds to the cost that may lead to layoffs. Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.